Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. My name's Becky. This is a collective reading for Libra, and this is a self-reflection reading. If you've never seen one of my self-reflection readings before, the idea behind them is every now and then some of us have a bit of healing that we need to do, and a bit of work we need to do on ourselves, and sometimes we get a bit stuck on where we need to work. So this is a bit of a helpful nudge, hints from Spirit, to give you an idea of what areas you might need to be doing some reflection on in order to do some healing. So let's get into it. So just to confirm, this could be related, well, it should be related to your past, present and future. It is collective, so it will not resonate for everybody, so please only take what resonates and leave what does not. Today is the 13th of July. Hopefully it should fall, whenever it falls into your feed, it should be relevant for yourself. But it could be something that may need to crop up or come up in your future, or it could be something that you've been recently working on. Okay, so let's get into it then. So Spirit, can we get some cards for Libra, please, for their self-reflection journey? Can we get some cards for Libra for their self-reflection journey, please? Oh my God, okay, and 2 cards. Okay, so the overall energy we've got is the King of Cups. So it is suggesting that you are very much in your own feelings. You know, you're very good with your emotions. You can be a little bit closed off. Sometimes you might keep them to yourself a little bit, but even still, you are pretty good with them. You're very good at controlling your emotions. You don't let them get the better of you. And generally you're pretty good with not a lot of ups and downs of life, and you're somebody that can be, you know, quite a stable long-term partner. Maybe this is something that you're looking to get into, or you are in a long-term relationship, but you see yourself as very loyal, supporting and stable. Now, how you're currently talking to yourself, we've got this Page of Wands in the reverse. So currently you're being quite mean to yourself, really. You could be telling yourself that, you know, things are delayed. You could be telling yourself that either you are holding back your emotions from people, or they're holding them back from you. It could even be you might be telling yourself that there's some disloyalty going on. So maybe you feel like somebody's being disloyal to you. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. You know, it doesn't have to be things like third-party situations with, you know, other people. But it could just be that you may be prone to disloyalty. Maybe you've got friends or people that you think are friends, and they're not honest with you. Maybe you've got work colleagues, again, that might not be honest with you. And you just might be a little bit prone to deception. It could even be that you might lie to yourself a lot, because this is what you're telling yourself. So you might very well be, you know, being very dishonest with yourself about something. Let's get some clarification on that, please, Spirit. What's this Page of Wands, please, Spirit? Okay. So we did have the Lovers come out in the reverse. So potentially there could be a bit of you could be having arguments with a lover. You could maybe feel like you've made the wrong choice. Maybe you feel like somebody has made a wrong choice with you. Maybe you feel like you are a wrong choice, potentially. It could just be that you might be telling yourself that you've got conflict in your relationship and that things are out of sync. It could be any number of things. It could also be that you might be being tempted, or you feel like somebody's tempted. You know, that can all go down with that dishonesty. Maybe you're not really being honest with yourself about a particular relationship that you're in. or you feel that somebody's not being honest with yourself. Now we do have the King of Pentacles, so this could be somebody that you're dealing with. Sorry, I've got a new camera. I'm just trying to work out the angles for you to see the cards properly, because clearly the light isn't very good. I need to get a lamp behind my camera. But this King of Pentacles then, so he is, looks like a potato with crystals on his head. I'm not sure. But he's, yeah, so he is stable. So whether that's somebody you're dealing with or whether that's you, you feel stable, or I'm going to assume it's you, that you're feeling that you are grounded, stable, you're very giving as well, potentially. And you're telling yourself that maybe you're giving a lot to this, but you're getting dishonesty back. Now we do have a Nine of Swords as well, so whatever it is that is going on in your head, you may be getting sleepless nights about it. You could be telling yourself that maybe you've done something and you feel guilty over something. It could even be depression, fear, but something that you're telling yourself. I've got a feeling it's very much of maybe you're lying to yourself about a situation, possibly involving another person, and maybe how you feel about that situation or how you got into that situation, and it's causing you to have some guilt, some sleepless nights. It could even be maybe you're fearing that that person's being dishonest to you, because at the end of the day that will also give you sleepless nights, you know, anxiety, stress, worry, all that sort of thing. And that's what that Nine of Swords is there for. And it's like you're telling yourself that you need to be worried, you need to be stressed, you need to have those sleepless nights. So whatever this situation is, you're kind of telling yourself, or you're goading yourself into thinking that it's how do I put it? It's like you can't see it for what it really is. You're lying to yourself to hide the true nature. Maybe you've seen some red flags and you've missed them, or you're ignoring them, or maybe you're making red flags that aren't there. But like I say, it could just very well be that it could have nothing to do with another person. It could just be that you've made a choice about something and you feel like you've made the wrong choice, and that is causing you to have sleepless nights, because the Lovers doesn't have to be a partnership. It is a choice. It's a card about making a choice. Now, in the what are you hiding from yourself out of shame or fear, we've got the World card, and we've also got a Two of Wands. So it's like you're scared of an ending as such, or you're scared of something coming to an end. Could even be that you're scared of travel, because that World can also indicate travel. But yeah, the World card is like the completion of something, an end of a cycle. So maybe you could be ashamed of something coming to an end, or you're fearing something coming to an end. And that Two of Swords can generally be, it's like a project, or maybe you're scared something's coming to an end and you're ashamed that you're planning something already for when that comes to an end. Because that Two of Wands can be planning, you know, making a project, having boldness, asserting yourself with confidence to move towards something that you want. So, like I say, it could be that you're scared of something ending, but you're already making the plans to move forward from it, and that could be something that you feel ashamed about. It could be that you're ashamed of an ending and you're scared to move forward. It could be either one. It could be that they're both fears, or it could be both shame. Let's get some clarification on what these could be. Okay, so we've got a Six of Swords. So again, moving forward, moving on, moving into something calmer, releasing something that isn't, or moving away from things that aren't serving you. moving away from conflict and drama to something more calm. Temperance. So getting back into some sort of balance and harmony. And the King of Wands. So being bold and assertive. So that goes along with that Two of Wands. Yeah, being bold, assertive, going for what you want. So maybe you're either scared of doing that or you're ashamed of doing that. But whatever it is that's, you know, you fear or you shame, whether it's you're scared of moving forward into something new that you've been planning for that's going to be a lot calmer, a lot more, how do I put it, not so challenging. I mean, it could be a work situation, it could be a romance, it could be a work situation potentially where, you know, you might be looking at for a new job, you're planning to move forward, maybe you're doing some courses to get a promotion, you're going to move out of turbulent waters, get into an easier job, but you need a lot of confidence and boldness in order to move forward. The plans are all there. You know that it's going to give you balance and harmony with that Temperance card, but you might feel ashamed that you've had to, how to put it, you could be ashamed because you could have other people that you might be in a team with that you think might be deserving more. Maybe you've got a bit of imposter syndrome, but it could also be that you're just scared of something new because it's not something you're used to, it's not something you've done before. You know, that's just an example, but it could be something like that. You know, if it's partnerships, relationships, you moving out of one thing, you know, trying to, maybe you've had a lot of conflict and it needs to come to an end, so you need to change something up within it to be more harmonised, but you're making plans and moving forward, but you need to be bold and assertive with those plans. Could even be simply something like moving house, you know, because like I say, that World card is movement, it is a move, it is a completion. So maybe you're moving from one property, you're planning to move into a new property, you've been saving it, you've been making everything better, you know that you're going to get a lot better balance. Maybe the area that you're living in, you could be overcrowded. If you live with your parents, you might want to move out because maybe you have disagreements with them. I mean, I know when I was living with my parents, sometimes I'd come home and they'd call me a dirty stop out, and it was only like 10 at night and I hadn't even been drinking or anything like that, and they'd, you know, but it's their rules kind of thing. So moving from their house onto my own gave me such a sense of balance and calm because I didn't have to, you know, regulate by other people's rules. But it needs to be, you know, it's like a bold move potentially. Now, what you can do to help yourself, or what is available to help you, we've got a King of Wands in the reverse. So, I mean, that King of Wands in the reverse is very much, how do I put it? He's somebody that likes to use his power, but can be overpowering. So it's like getting in touch with your, knowing what you want, getting in touch with that confidence and making sure that you run with it instead of, don't let other people tell you what you want. It's like you making sure you get what you want. Could also be a little bit being, you might have to be a little bit mean. So like I'm saying, if it's a work situation, you know, you have to be a little bit mean sometimes to get ahead or to get the promotion. And unfortunately, you know, if people haven't proved themselves and they're not able to get it above you, then you might feel like you're being mean, because, and you might have people that are mean-spirited around you, you know. But this is suggesting you know, embrace, or, you know, that's something. It could be that there's somebody around you, it could be a person that could be mean-spirited that could give you some help. But it is suggesting that you might need to be mean in order to get what you want. We've got a Page of Pentacles, so a new start, potentially with regards to finance. maybe a new job, maybe a training course potentially. We've got a Hanged Man, so you know, take your time, look at things from others' perspectives. So if you're looking at something feeling like really guilty, stop looking at it from that perspective, look at it from a different perspective. Embrace your inner meanness as such, and look at it as how's it going to improve your life, not how are other people going to feel. How's it going to improve it for you? You do have a Two of Cups in the reverse, and we've got a Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Two of Cups, you're going to have to, unfortunately, get into an argument with somebody. Not necessarily get in an argument, but embrace that you might have to fall out with people. There are going to be disagreements, and I think that's where that King of Wands comes in with that, accepting that you might have to be a bit mean to people in order to help you get what you want and move to calmer waters. It could be something as simple as you're part of a company. If you were to leave, you know, they'd fall apart. So you would feel really mean to leave people in the crap because you know that, you know, whatever it is that you do, they can't replace you, or they need, you know, at least 6 other people to replace you. You know, that kind of, you're like indispensable. And it might be extremely stressful because they don't treat you properly. So you might have all these things that you've got to do, and because you're not being treated properly, you want to move into something calmer. So embracing your meanness, yeah, you're going to have to cause some upset, unfortunately, in order to get out of the situation you're in. Now, this Five of Pentacles, when it's in the reverse, it's coming out of potential poverty. It is, you know, having a support network. It is no longer being abandoned. It is starting to rebuild stability. So to me, this is telling me that, like I said, I mean, I keep coming up with, you know, work things, so that's got to be relevant for some of you. But yeah, this is suggesting to me that you might need to be a little bit mean, or you might have to feel mean and embrace that little bit of meanness in you. Maybe break a heart, or just cause a little bit of upset in order to move towards your harmony, in order to move towards something that is more prosperous. Now, we do have a Tower card in what you need to release. Now, that Tower is in the reverse. So you do have to release the thought of everything's going to fall apart, okay? You need to release the thought that it's all coming down around you. The idea of a Tower is to change your mindset on things, and it's not suggesting that you need to change your mindset, but you might need to release any sort of negative energy that's been created by a Tower that's fallen for you. So it could be that you may have had a belief that has recently been shook, you know, and it's kind of like releasing anything old from that. So finalising whatever that Tower is, and moving forward into something calmer. Now, Towers aren't always horrific. They are literally just a change of the way you look at something, a change of belief system as such. I mean, they can be an ending to a job, can be an end of a relationship. It's a dramatic ending is what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't have to be a majorly dramatic ending. It could just be simply that you've changed your mind on a certain belief, you know, like you have to be stuck in a job and support other people. Release that idea. You don't need it. If you're not getting the fulfillment out of it, and it's not giving you what you need to live and support yourself with, then it's not worth it. Right, we do also have an Eight of Wands that came out in the reverse. So the thought of being stuck and not being able to move anywhere, you need to release that. We've got a Knight of Swords in the reverse as well. So if you feel like you can't communicate about it, you can't speak up, you can't go towards anything that you want, release that idea because you can. One more card, please, Spirit. And we've got a Queen of Pentacles. Now that did come out on the side. So release the need to feel that you need to have everything. And that Queen of Pentacles, she's very nurturing. She's very giving. She's happy to support others. She's stable. She's very much taking care of everyone. I think this is more that you need, even though you're going to find it hard, you need to stop taking care of everyone and start taking care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to burn out. You can't look after everybody unless you're looking after yourself first. And even then, you know, it's not your job to look after everyone. They need to look after themselves as well. Obviously, if you've got small children, you're expected to look after them, but at a certain point, they have to start doing things themselves as well and getting independence, you know. But if it's work related, stop being the person that looks after everybody. It's going to be challenging, but you can do it. And you need to release the thought of you've got to be there and do everything for everyone. You've got to be there to support everyone. You've got to give to everyone. They need to give you back as much as you give them. Otherwise, it's, you know, it's going to burn you out. You're going to drain dry. Now, what you need to embrace, we've got a Justice card in the reverse, and we've got a Death card in the reverse. So you need to embrace the fact that it's going to take some time to end whatever it is that needs to come to an end with that Death card, but it is going to turn into something new. So that Death card, it's like your Tower, but there's always something better that comes out at the end of it. You know, the Tower's breaking things down to the foundations and rebuilding them. The Death card is literally the end to something old, and it's like a transformation, a rebirth. It's just going to take some time to do it. That Justice card is saying that there might be something, a decision that may not be in your favour. It could just be very much of a decision that's, it's like it's been made, but you don't know all the understanding behind it. You haven't, or you've got to make a decision, but you don't have all the clarity to make it. I don't think it's so much of a one not being made in your favour, unless it's because, you know, maybe a decision that's made in your favour is if you've, you know, decide to move to a new job and upset someone, that they decide to cut you off completely. You know, what does that matter? You know, if people cut you off, then it shows you that they're not happy for you, and what does that say about that person? You know, they've got to be really low vibrational if they can't be happy for you. But yeah, so it could be a decision like that, but it's telling you to embrace it. I think it is more of making a decision without having all the information available. So maybe you feel like you don't know enough information in order to move into a new job, potentially. That could be why you've got that hangman and feel a bit stuck. It doesn't have to be a new job, like I say, but it does feel like you don't have all the information that you would like in order to move forward and get what you want. But this is saying embrace it in order to have that ending. Yes, it might take some time, but you're gonna have, it is gonna end and things will get better. So whatever it is that you've got this negative thought cycle and what it is that, you know, you're scared of, it will get there, it will get better. It's just going to take some time to get there. So just be patient and embrace the fact that you're not going to know everything. Decisions are going to be made and you're not going to understand the reasoning behind them. You're going to have to make some decisions potentially that you're not going to, you know, you're not going to have all the information there, but it will get better. So one more card, please. Yeah, so you got the Three of Pentacles came out first. So that Three of Pentacles then is suggesting that you are going to be working with people. You know, you are going to be using your skills in potentially a work situation where things will be good. You'll have inspiration, ingenuity, teamwork, working together. You're going to feel really creative. The Six of Wands came out to the side. So success is going to be challenging. That's probably because it's going to feel like it's taking a long time to get there. Okay, but you are going to get recognition and you are going to get success. It's just going to be a bit challenging to get hold of. Potentially because you're working in a team and maybe you've got to share that. And it could be that you might not like sharing things very well. Or it could be that other people might not like sharing, which is possibly why, you know, you've got this Justice in the reverse as well. Maybe somebody's taking ownership for something you've done. But you'll have the success eventually. It will get better. Okay. Now this King of Swords is very much, when he's in the reverse, he's very much like that Justice card. So where you're not seeing, you've not got all the information to make a decision potentially. This King of Swords is saying that you're not able to see the truth. You're not really grasping the truth as well. So don't really worry too much about what's going on, what truths are hidden from you. Just make the decisions as best as you possibly can. Embrace the knowledge that, you know, you're doing what you can based on what you've got, and things will get better and you will have the recognition and the success that you want. Okay, it's just going to take some time. Right, now what I'm going to pull, I'm going to get you an Angel of Light Oracle, a Moonology Oracle, and a Kitchen Witch Oracle as well. See if there's any more messages that Spirit would like me to convey for you. Angel of Light Oracle, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we've got Archangel Uriel. I can stick that as close to the camera as it wants, but it's a bit dark and you're not really going to be able to see it because it's tiny writing. So Archangel Uriel works on the ruby ray, which is made up of purple and gold. It is the ray of wisdom and spirituality. You are blessed to attract this angel card, for he will bring you serenity, love, tranquility and peace. You and your truth are invited to spread these beautiful qualities to others. Connecting with Archangel Uriel will enable you to aspire to oneness with all humanity. This is the high state of grace which will bring you freedom and joy. Visualize yourself in purple and gold, or in a purple and golden cloak, and invoke Archangel Uriel's help to raise your consciousness. And the affirmation, I am one with everyone in peace and serenity. Okay, let's get a Moonology card. That's quite a few that flipped and turned out, so I'll give you all of them. So we've got conclusions are within reach. This is a really bad light, I'm really sorry. Full moon eclipse. What do you need to release? A win-win outcome is forecast. Nothing will come of this situation. And a time for healing. Okay, and let's get you a Kitchen Witch Oracle as well. Spirit, can we get a Kitchen Witch Oracle, please? The shuffle is awful with these because they are such big cards and I've got such tiny hands. Thank you. Okay, so we did have 3 flip there. So we've got salt protection. We've got lavender for sleep. I think you need some sleep with that 9 of swords. And then we've got mint clarity. Let's get in the book so I can read those to you. Right, so salt. Okay, so salt then. Beware, time to take responsibility and place protection around you and your loved ones. Do not release that without... Do you not realise that without it you are wired to psychic attack with nothing in place to defend your energy field? The strength of another's harsh words, thoughts and actions against you has taken its toll and you're feeling drained of your vital life force. Your personal power has been snatched from under you and your mind has allowed fears and doubts to creep in. Allow me to absorb the psychic energy that you are unwittingly receiving. Sprinkle me around you in a circle, across the threshold or perimeters of your dwelling, or wear me in a pocket pouch. I will defend your honour and ensure that you're shielded as your sensitivity increases. Protection is key as you open yourself up to higher spiritual vibration, so call on me to safeguard you as you work your magic. You can also get Epsom salts, which are great in the bath. Lovely on your skin. Right, lavender then, sleep. As a responsible magical practitioner, it's better to light candles instead of burning them at both ends. Late night parties and work or home commitments have taken their toll on you, and the luggage under your eyes is living proof of sleepless nights. So do yourself a favour and get an early night. My scent is blessed with properties to relieve you of insomnia and induce deep sleep. Even though sleep is important for your well-being on all levels, you may need to call on me to lend you a helping hand in other ways. I have a soothing reputation as a natural alternative to help you relax, unwind and let go of stress. So place me under a pillow or dab a few drops of essential oil onto your temples before bed and you will nod off in no time. Groggy mornings will soon be a thing of the past as you will awaken refreshed and more vigorous. Sweet dreams. And then mint. Okay, so mint, that's clarity. When you just can't think straight and your brain feels fogged, you can rely on my refreshing magic to clear your mind, enhance the intellect and to bring about mental clarity. My cooling qualities will soothe and calm you from stressful effects of overthinking, as well as physical ailments such as sore throats and indigestion. Allow me to sharpen your words so they're fully understood as I sweeten your breath. Add my leaves to running bath water to indulge a rejuvenating soak as you relax the peace of the mind. As you relax the mind, place fresh peppermint leaves on your forehead to relieve nervous tension headaches. Soon the visions you've been asking for will become lucid, and you will gain a greater understanding as you trust in the messages of your inner witch. Okay, so I hope that has helped some of you Libras know what's coming in for you. Well, not what's coming in for you, but what it is that you might need to do some self-reflection on. It does look as though you do need to look after yourself as well, because it looks as though you've got a lot of sleepless nights, possibly some guilt, and again embracing that inner meanness of yourself and like I say, you might have to upset some people which might be completely against your nature. So yeah, I wish you a lot of luck with that, and I do wish you a smooth healing journey. Thank you for joining me.